it's like that military style boot camp.
What's up, Harlan?
Hey, it's Sean with UFA Fire Training. This is week 14 for Class 5-4. So we started out this week. We are just kind of re-hitting some of the stuff that we've been doing for up to this point. So fire evolutions. We also have several members from our many different divisions coming to talk with these recruits this week, letting them know what the programs are all about, how you get involved with the programs. So we have our division chief from our special operations and our USAR, our Urban Search and Rescue division. He'll be out here to talk with the recruits and let them know what that's all about and how to get involved and when they are eligible to get involved. We have Local 1696 coming out here, which is our union and our representation here. They'll come out and talk about the history of our local, also what they're involved with and what being a member means. We also have our Honor Guard personnel that are come out here. They really have a good presentation of all the things that they do and have done, and what they plan to do and how to get involved doing that. Other than that, we do have a sponsor this week, and this week's video is brought to you by Your Memory. So yesterday, after this ADO testing, we had the recruits from 5-4 respond to a couple structure fires, and it was apparent that they were a little bit far removed from their skills and weren't aware of their surroundings and environment, and it has led to us having to put them in this flashover simulator that you see behind me to just give them a feel for what the environment can turn into and what they need to remember. And I think going through a second time, you can remember way back when, I don't remember if it was week 2 or week 3, we had them go into the flashover environment for the first time. A lot of eye-opening experiences there, and I'm sure they didn't really remember. Therefore, we're bringing this video to you based off of memory. And they're going to be in there, and I think it's going to make a lot more sense to them the second time around. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy this week's video. Make sure to watch us on YouTube, subscribe to our Instagram, and yeah, keep watching.
Good morning. My name is Captain Stephen Schmidt with Unified Fire Authority. I'm a member of the Unified Fire Authority Honor Guard. Today we get to come and teach the recruits about our Honor Guard program and expose them to the Pipes and Drums program as well. Today we'll be going over the history, where we started, how many members, and get the opportunity to show some videos and pictures to the recruits. Our whole purpose in coming today is so that we can bring these new members into the program, so that we can show them how we honor and show our love for the people that have come before us, as well as all the other events that we go to and are part of. I'm a member of the Honor Guard because I feel it's an internal duty to honor those that came before us. We do everything from a funeral to other engagements in which we get the opportunity to show that respect for those that came before.
Brian Case, Special Operations Division Chief and Program Manager for Utah Task Force 1. Today I was out sharing my perspective on my division and my responsibilities and kind of how our new employees can find value within these two sections. It's important to note that the Special Operations piece, which includes hazmat, heavy rescue, and water programs, is quite a bit different from a lot of the normal station operations. Although relatable to what our overall mission is, it's quite a bit different. So I was talking to them about timeline, certain expectations, types of training, types of response, important stuff for them to know. And then certainly on the task force side, I spent plenty of time sharing with them what is essentially a departure from UFA in many ways. So there's more of a highlight on my presentation of what the federal system is with regard to urban search and rescue, and again how that value comes back and lives here within UFA as the sponsoring agency. And that's probably the most important part of this to me, is expressing my level of interest, my experience, and hopefully passing that on to the next generation. If you're interested, understand there's a lot of schooling, and you're gonna have to have a lot of patience in order to get your foot in the door with these programs. And that's by design. You guys have to become good firefighters. You have to become good EMTs before you can do any of this stuff. Also by design.
My name is Jesse Krinke. I'm from Eagle Mountain, Utah. I grew up just one valley over from where we are now. I grew up in a pretty big family. There are 10 of us kids, and then my 3 half-sisters that are a bit older, a mixed race family, which was kind of a fun growing up, I guess. I just actually had my first daughter. Her name is Georgiana. I had her a week before camp started. That was crazy. For the first couple weeks, I'm sure as many folks know, you don't sleep much with the newborn, and it really added some challenges for sure. She's 3 months old now and incredible in everything. She's the bright light in my life for sure. Her and her mom are amazing. Yeah, I heard about UFA because when I was younger I did wildland for a bit, and that was before I got married, and my wife kind of just kept spurring me because I wasn't really happy till I was involved with fire, I guess, and I went to the UFA EMT program, and from there I did some ride-alongs out in Midvale, and that kind of sold me. The guys that I went with were amazing. I mean, the kinds of folks that you look at, and everyone I met was someone you wanted to be, and I can't think of anywhere else that I've had that happen in my life. So from that point, everyone tells you to apply everywhere in the fire service, and I just couldn't let that sit with me. I applied just with UFA because the people that are here are just mind-bogglingly amazing, and I look forward to the opportunity to serve. For one thing, being part of this organization, I can't express how honored and lucky I feel. We're in so many communities right now, and we're growing, that we get the opportunity to serve. That's what this life's about, is being a service to the people around you.
Hey guys, Robbie Anderson, UFA Fire Training. Part of the training staff out here full-time. Been with the UFA for just over 12 years. Been in fire training for about 2 of that. This is my 3rd recruit camp with Camp 5-4. I have an amazing wife and 3 little boys. My wife's name is Wendy. She's a nurse. She's been a nurse longer than I've been a firefighter, and she's taught me a lot about hard work. It's amazing the support that I have from her to do the job at fire training, but it's also amazing for me to watch my boys look up to her and the dedication that she has to being a mom. Spent a lot of my time in the heavy rescue working for some amazing people, amazing captains, amazing crew members that instilled in me the work ethic and the drive and the passion for this job and what it takes to do it and do it well. And that's why I decided to come out here. I took a part-time position as part of the cadre for Camp 5-2 and fell in love with it. The recruits out here, they're everything to us, man. We are invested in these recruits from day one, not just in the career aspect, but we are invested in them as humans, right? We get to know them, we get to know their families, we want to see what they're all about. It's cool to see ages ranging from 18 to 50 years old, various backgrounds, from physical therapists to ranch hands to police officers. I mean, just the whole gamut of backgrounds, and it's cool to see the perspective that they bring in and how they attack this job in this recruit camp. It's not all about having fire experience. Like, they bring in life experience, and that helps them a ton, and it also helps their fellow recruits. Like, they bring in experience that you might not think is beneficial until they get in here, and they can take kind of a leadership role, or they can take a mentor role and help people out. And it's been really good to see. We're hiring good people. They're doing the right things, and they're taking it serious. They come out here and they're ready to go. 16 weeks, 16 hard weeks, and they push, they don't give up, they learn. It's great. It's been really cool to see the group of people come through here in the last 3 camps for sure.
My name is Michael Kahn. I'm a captain here with the Unified Fire Authority. I'm also the Utah Director for the Firefighter Cancer Support Network. My presentation today is the risk of cancer in the fire service. Firefighters have a higher risk of acquiring cancer and a higher risk of dying of cancer. So what we're doing here today is going over ways that we can protect ourselves and be an advocate and reduce those incidents of cancer and our exposures to it. So It's kind of a heavy program, but it's absolutely important because we want a long, healthy career, but more so we want to be able to enjoy our time after our service here. So the elements that we're exposed to when we go into a house fire or even a dumpster fire, a garage fire, those products of combustion, more often what we're doing is we're absorbing that, even through all our protective gear. We're absorbing it through our skin. If we're downwind in a plume, we're inhaling it. Those free radicals and smoke get into our system and then cause cancer. My wife is actually a cancer survivor, and that's one of the reasons why I got involved in the Cancer Support Network. As with her diagnosis, one of the unfortunate things that occurs, you feel very alone. You feel like you might be the only one that has it, and you don't know where to go, who to talk to. And when I reached out, the amount of support I got was overwhelming. So this is my way of contributing and giving back to my brothers and sisters. And my wife was diagnosed, she's now 15 years post-cancer diagnosis. She's doing fantastic. Just ran a marathon on Saturday for her 60th birthday. And the last thing I would say is be an advocate for yourself. This is a great job. Rewarding doesn't even begin to describe it. I am so happy I became a firefighter. It does have its inherent risk, but being an advocate for yourself and your brothers and sisters, you can reduce those risks.
My name is James Dugan. I'm 34 years old. I'm married. Got married a week before camp. Found out that I got offered a job and that I was going to recruit camp. So we kind of changed our wedding for that. I've got two daughters. Ellie, she's 8. Paris, she's 17. Both girls are pretty active. Ellie does karate. She's very involved in that. And we're very involved in that too. I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for the support of my wife and my kids. We also have a dog. His name's Finn. He's a Sheltie. He's awesome. We try and get the family out in the mountains as much as possible. I like to go camping, fishing, snowshoeing in the wintertime. What led me here was I took an EMT course as part of my other job. After that, that's when I decided this is what I want to do. So I applied for part-time, and I was able to start working here part-time. Did that for a little over 2 years, and then I just kept testing for full-time. So it's taken me almost 3 years to get here, but it's been worth every second. Camp's been amazing. I've met a lot of great people. The first few weeks was a little nerve-wracking. Didn't know what to expect. Very stressful. A lot of information. The physical requirements were pretty intense, and they've been intense the whole time. But we're adapting. We're getting better. They have a saying, smarter, stronger, faster, and that's what we're trying to do. That's what the cadre, is preparing us for. Going forward, I'm excited to work out in the field. I'm excited to go out and help people, contribute to my community, and build relationships with the other firefighters and people that I'm going to meet.
One more time.
Michael Conn, C-O-N-N. Check, 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 check.
Okay, we're good. Audio's good. Okay, quick. Anything else you want to say on behalf of Pipes and Drums and Honor Guard?
No.
Okay.
Can you cut this if I start?
I'm still recording, so yeah.
To where the fire was located or the vicinity of that, conditions changed rather rapidly, and they weren't really aware of what was going on.
Involved here, I had
Hey, stand outside that door and make sure nobody comes in.
Copy that.
I started here.
I'm so sweaty.
Oh, you're good? I can't even see it. You're good.
I'd rather do the damn maze again than this. This is like
It's hard, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else that you want to say?
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.